What is up, y'all? Welcome to another Wednesday night Q&A live stream. How is everyone doing tonight? I think we are live. Looks like it. So, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good. Had a real busy week so far. Looking forward to being on the downhill slope. It's kind of crazy. This week actually has gone pretty fast. So let's get right into it because I know there's been a lot of people here in the chat. So Dougie from Bald and Dangerous was first to the chat tonight. What is up, Dougie? If you're still here, welcome to the live stream. Daryl Deemer is here. What is up, Daryl? Then we got Charlie in the house. And Allison Adams is in the house. What is up, girl? Welcome to the live stream. Mike from M. Howie 9's Fish Tanks is here. What is up, Mike? Friday Fish Facts is here. What is up, man? Nice to see ya. Turbo Fish is in the house. Long time listener, first time caller. Mary from RNH2O is here. What is up, Mary? Adrian Castillo is here. Hey, just doing some homework while listening to the live stream. Awesome. Well, as you guys know, Wednesday nights is a Q&A, so if anyone has any questions at all, other than that, I'll just go ahead and start blabbing. Not a whole lot has went on this week. I really was busy this weekend setting up the stand that's behind me and painting it and all that. It actually took all day long to get it done. I got everything, gosh, it seems like I got everything Friday night and I put it all together and I had it all together for Saturday's live stream, but I ended up taking it apart, making a few changes, and then painted everything. And yeah, it took all day long to paint it and put it all back together. And I leveled it really good. And I did actually make a video on it and stuff. But I like the way that it turned out better. I went ahead and put the 10 gallons directly on the floor. Now they're on boards, but they're on the floor. That way they're not one block up. And that gave me an extra block to put up here for spacing here. And I didn't have to put those weird looking 2x4 spacers up there. So I like the way it turned out. It's crazy. My bedroom is freaking packed now, full of fish tanks. Candy Overalls is here. I've got to lurk getting dinner ready. Not a problem. Friday Fish Facts has a question. Do L183 have to live in a black water setup, or is a planted community tank okay? Yep, a planted tank is fine. The only reason why mine are actually black water is because I chose Mopani wood, and Mopani for the first year to 2 years leaches out tannins like crazy. The reason why I chose Mopani is because it stays hard for a long time and it doesn't break down in the tank and stuff. So they'll have a wood source for a long time. So that's why I chose that. But nope, they do not have to have a black water situation at all. Tannins do kind of help with bacteria and stuff like that, but the only two benefits to it is it's a harder wood and the bacteria aspect to it. Prolific Breed is in the house. What is up, man? Nice to see ya. Lisa Aquatics is in the house. She says, hey, Jeffro. What is up, Lisa? RNH2O's asking Allison if I made anything good for dinner. Allison has actually moved back to her place in Omaha, Nebraska now, so she flew the coop. She's got her own thing going now. He's making chili this weekend. Oh, I'm making chili this weekend. I think Allison is too. Yeah, I've got the chili bug. We've been getting pretty chilly at nighttime and stuff. Joel from Corvus Oskin is in the house. What is up, Joel? Nice to see you, buddy. I liked your live stream today. I don't know why. I thought it was really funny. You were talking about the Navy, and you go, well, I don't really know. I'm not in the military. And I busted out laughing. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard, but I was like, it was just funny. You were like really jazzed and pumped up today. It was a really good live stream. Not that any of yours suck or anything like that. Just I enjoyed today's live stream. So let's see here. So yeah, it took all day long because cinder blocks, it's a cinder block stand, and cinder blocks suck up the paint, and I didn't do a primer or anything like that. I just found a paint that I liked. I got like a matte black paint is what it was, and yeah, they took a lot of coats of paint. It took a lot of coats of paint. Yeah, whenever I was growing up in southern Missouri, we lived pretty close to Fort Leonard Wood, and back in the day, they were allowed to fly so low that they broke the sound barrier all the time, but farms in the areas would lose calves from it, so like the cows would lose their calves from it, and they made it to where they have to fly a certain height now and stuff. And then we also had Whiteman's Air Force Base, so every once in a while, Whiteman's, or is it White's? I think it's Whiteman's Air Force Base in Missouri. They're the ones that have the, what are the real cool stealth bombers? They've got all the stealth bombers and stuff, so every once in a while you'd see one of those fly over. Jeremy's here. Jeremy Fryer is in the house. I make the best deer chili. Yum. Yep, I know. When my kids were growing up, excuse me, I would put deer meat in our chili and our spaghetti, and they couldn't tell the difference. And then every once in a while when they would throw ground turkey on sale, you can get that and put that in, and it's really good. I actually got to where I really liked the flavor of that. Jimmy from Whiskey is in the house. What is up, Jimmy? Nice to see you, buddy. Digging those photos, man. I think that was really cool how you made that portfolio thing, and you're doing a really good job, man. All together, you know. You're just a really good guy, and you're doing a really good job. The hard work is going to pay off one of these days. Yeah, I really respect you a lot, man. You're doing a really good job. Allison Adams says, where is Dank Tanks? Dank he picked up an extra shift tonight, so he won't be here tonight. Yep, so Dank's not going to be here tonight. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Turbofish, it's late for officer course, so it's likely a train up or training of noobs. Yep. Vicky said there was paratroopers dropping the other day. Oh my gosh, good grief. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, you're welcome, Jimmy. Lisa says, I'm giving my spawns a bath, but on the talk of food, I had some homemade chicken soup trying to shake this flu. Oh, you're sick. That sucks. Yeah, I can remember having the flu one time, and my mom made up some kind of broth. I don't even know if it was chicken or whatever it was, but it really literally made me feel better. I was like, this is like medicine. Joel says that him and Jimmy are neither mods on a channel finally. Yep. So, Turbofish says that's pre-mobilization training. Absolutely the best thing I ever did was jump in Tacoma. Yeah, it would be fun. That would be fun. Definitely. So, I am running a poll on the stream tonight about ideas for upcoming Pleco Versus videos. I guess I need to talk about yesterday too. So every once in a while, whenever I am uploading a video to YouTube, I forget. I hadn't uploaded one in a while because I was way ahead, and this week I started editing some of my videos that I've got built up. And every once in a great while, I think this is like the third time it's happened, I forget to check the scheduled box when I start to upload it, and I accidentally uploaded a video public yesterday. So you guys got a bonus video this week. So it actually did a lot better than what I thought it would. I think it was kind of like perfect timing for that video though. So that was exciting. So I'm doing that little experiment to see how long I can keep my tubs outside and at a safe temperature. So that pretty much was funny, you know. And you know, I just played it off. It's a bonus video, so that was cool. Tomorrow's video, I did a top 5 video on my top 5 favorite live bear foods. Or no, tomorrow's live bear plants. So live bear plants. It was just, you know, my top 5 favorite live bear plants. So that's what tomorrow's video is. But I'm going to be needing to make a Pleco versus video this weekend. So my poll for today is 4 different choices for upcoming Pleco versus food. And you guys don't know how to do the poll thing, let me know. Then I've got a real fun video that I'm going to be needing to make because we're closing in on October and Halloween falls on a Tuesday this year, and Monday will be the Monday before Halloween will be my Pleco versus jack-o'-lantern. I'm going to do that one, hopefully get that one finished this weekend. But it's so far a lot of fun. It's going to be kind of cool, I think. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. We got 25 watching. I'm just not very talkative tonight. Tonight's supposed to be my night where I don't prepare anything. You guys ask me a bunch of questions like, what do you use for beard shampoo, you know, or beard conditioner? What's your favorite toothpaste? What's your favorite cologne, you know? How often do you have to have your hair cut? Things like that, you know? Yeah, Allison says, I want to see Pleco versus Pumpkin for Halloween. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I've already got all my music and spooky sounds and all that kind of stuff all picked out. All I got to do is shoot the video. I did get a pumpkin, but I got a lemon. Like, it had a few spots on the top of it around the rim, and they turned into like soft spots immediately and started rotting. So I'll have to go and get me another pumpkin. Ba-bum-bum. Excuse me, forget how to swallow tonight. Q Aquatic says, I'm trying to get ahead in my videos like you are. It's not all it's cracked up to be. The only nice thing about it is like, if I don't want to work this weekend, I don't have to work this weekend. You know, that's the only nice thing about it, is if I wanted to right now, I've got videos already up on YouTube all the way through October 8th, so I really wouldn't have to work. And I've actually got, let's see how many I've got. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've already got 6 videos shot, and I've got the intros and outros already done for them. So I've really got October's work already done. All I have to do is edit all those videos. So that's the only really nice thing about being ahead, is if I wanted to, I could take this weekend off. Back whenever I was uploading a couple of days before the video should air, every once in a while you'd get kind of panicked. Oh, I got to come up with a video idea or whatever, you know. And this way, you know, and another nice thing about being ahead on my videos is if I want to do a project that takes a while to do, I can shoot all those steps over a month period and show you guys the finished product. So like, I think that's what I'm going to do on some of these tanks behind me, because like my crystal shrimp tank that I'm going to set up, I'm going to want to let it cycle for like 6 weeks or so. And I've never done one of those before, so I want to take my time with it. I don't want to order shrimp until I know that I've got my water really going good and I've got the ecosystem really good. I've got a bunch of biofilm built up on the sides of the tanks, and you know, all the plants are going really good, the substrate is going good. You know, I'm going to do a matin filter, and it's a non-cycled matin filter, so I'm going to want to really cycle this tank for a long time. So I'm going to have to shoot a little bit of video setting up the tank and then wait a while, or depends on if I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but that is one other nice thing about being ahead is if you want to do a project video that takes a while, you don't have to worry about hurrying up and shooting it and getting it done with. You know, you can shoot a little bit, and then put that video out later, and you can explain to people this was a 6-week period, you know. So hopefully that makes sense. I saw a question from Dan. Jeffro, did you notice a massive change on YouTube last night? It now pretty much forces me to use a beta version of Studio instead of the usual Creator Studio. Surprised the heck out of me. I kept on getting kicked into it, but I could get out of it still. But I know what you're talking about, because every once in a while I would accidentally click on the beta studio, or beta, or however you would pronounce that. But I did notice that they've been running it for a while, but I think it was for bigger YouTubers is how that was probably going, because I wasn't ever forced into it. But tonight, whenever I did go on, it kicked me into it, but I was able to get out of it. So I know it really is bizarre when they make those changes, like blast them at you. Friday Fish Fact says, what's your favorite football team? Well, I've been as far as NFL goes, I've been a Dallas Cowboys fan ever since I was a little kid. My dad had a buddy that had a bunch of old football cards, and he was a Dallas Cowboys fan, and he had Dallas Cowboys gear. And you know, in the early 90s, Dallas had a really good run, and that was whenever I was in high school. And you know, they had the triplets, and they won multiple Super Bowls, and I've stayed a fan even though we've choked a lot over the last 20 plus years, you know. But as far as college football goes, you know, of course, I'm a Hawkeyes fan because I live here in the state of Iowa, and I've been to some of those games, and it's an awesome atmosphere. But, you know, this year, probably one of the better teams that I've saw. Gosh, there was a game the other night that I saw that team was just on fire, and I can't really think of who it was. Ohio State is looking really strong this year. I'm not an Ohio State fan, but they're looking really strong this year. You know, Alabama, I watched them play once this year, and they look like pros. They just look like they're NFL already. But I kind of like to root for teams that beat the big dogs. So like, was it the Sunday night football game where the Patriots went into Detroit and Detroit smacked them around? You know, I'm not a Detroit or Lions fan, but I like seeing the Patriots get beat. I'm kind of looking forward to the NBA season coming up too, but let's see here. Q Aquatic says, what is a live bearing plant? So my video is my top 5 favorite plants for live bearer fish. So like plants that are good for fry to hide in and stuff like that. Plants that are good for a female that's getting ready to drop fry to get in and really get away from everything and hide out and feel secure and everything. That's what I was talking about there. Charlie says, what's your favorite tank at the moment? That's a good question. I would say my new frag tank, because I've wanted one for so long, but I haven't got it set up yet. I did get all the lights in this week. But I've got a bunch of other things on order. So I might be able to have water in them by the live stream Saturday night, or at least the frag tank. But, gosh, that's really hard to say. I really like it, you know, you're asking tank, but I really like my Fantasy Blue Dream setup. The only problem is it's like really overgrown with moss and stuff like that. But those 3 shrimp tanks on that rack out there are really cool. Like that moss balls, or Massimo moss balls, whatever those little moss balls are that you get. I got some of that to propagate on like I got a matin filter that has it all over it, and it's really cool. It looks really awesome. And then I've got some of that choa wood, and it's got it all over it. And I really don't know how I did it. It just happened. I know that I've seen some people, they'll rub it on stuff and then it can grow on it and all that kind of stuff, but I really didn't do any of that. I really don't know how I got it to go, but I think it's called Marimo moss balls. I can't remember what it's called. But anyhow, those are really cool. They look really neat. Adrian says, Jeff, have you ever had heaters fail? 2 of mine have broke in the last couple of months. No. I had one. I used to do them all upright, and I was changing water in a tank one time and forgot that the water level was going way down past the heater, and I had one crack. So that's a failure, but that was my fault. So since then, for the most part, I put my heaters going horizontal instead of vertical. And usually when that happens to me is I've got one going vertical, and I do a bigger water change and I forget that I need to do something with the heater, and it goes down past that level. I did a real heavy water change on that tank back there one time, and boom, it shattered. What is up, Carbon Really? Welcome to the live stream. Boom, boom, boom. Dan's Fish says, love those Cowboys. Jeremy Fryer says, I have a question. I was out hunting and I found some really cool rocks. What steps should you take on cleaning those rocks to prep for your tank? Well, you got to do the vinegar test also to see that they're safe for your tank. There's a test. It's been so long since I took wild rocks out. I did some back around Memorial Day. I did some. But there's, like, if you Google vinegar test on rocks to make sure they're safe for aquariums, you got to do that. So I would do that before I did anything to them. You're not supposed to boil rocks because rocks will shatter when you're boiling them, and they will, just kind of like explode. Like, people have gotten seriously injured from that before, so don't boil them. If you have a pressure washer, you could pressure wash them. I've heard of people, like, we had this one question come up, and it was about lava rocks. You could, soak them in 1 part to 5 parts, 1 part bleach to 5 parts water or something, and then really, really rinse them really, really good. You could do that, but yeah, you could spray. I mean, like the ones that I got, I tested to make sure they were safe for tanks, and I rinsed them off. I used a plastic scrubber and scrubbed them off, and to me, that was good enough. But the question that came up last time was, like, I think these lava rocks had been in some kind of enclosure or a fish tank or something like that, and they were wanting to make for sure that they got them safe for their tanks, like to where they're not bringing something from another setup to theirs, and lava rocks, that was really tricky for me because they're so absorbing, they've got all that stuff absorbed in them. But somebody in the chat had brought up that it was okay to soak them in 1 part bleach to 5 parts water. I know Joel from Corvus Oskin has a video on these little ceramic bio rings where he mixes up a water and bleach solution and soaks them every once in a while. Now, it kills all your beneficial bacteria, it kills all that, but it makes them clean and pure and back to perfection. Okay, let's see here. Brandon Sultanovic says, if you could only keep one tank in your fish room, which one would you choose? Wow. I'd probably do like I'd probably do some type of breeding for profit, because then you get to have multiple things in that one tank. You know, you can have some live bears, you could have some shrimp, you could have some plecos and some snails. So that'd probably be what I would do, because I love all of those things. So that's probably what I would do. That's a good question though. Insightful says, and I still didn't get it right. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. M Howie 9 says, I broke a 400 watt heater in one of my saltwater setups one time. Live rock dropped on it. I put my hand in there. We'll never do that again. Ay, ay, ay. Yep. Luckily, mine busted when the water level was below it. And right when it busted, I was there. I heard it sizzling, and then I heard it go, and I looked over, and it was just shattered all the way across. And luckily, none of the glass shards went down into the water. I was able to get it out in one piece. I unplugged it and let it cool off, and we were good to go. So yeah, that is sick though. John Bedker says, you can use muriatic acid to test rocks. If it bubbles, they are not good for your aquarium. Thanks a lot, John. Mile High Pleco says, all right, I'm here. Let's talk about some mother freaking fish. Yeah, boy. Candy Overall says, how you ever got a wrench is beyond me, Trevor. Yeah, he didn't even want one. Like, he was like, don't. I would be a terrible mod or something like that. It's been forever ago, but I remember him not wanting to be a mod. And I'm the same way. Back in the day, I used to ask people to be the mod, but I'm not really the best mod in the world. I get, you know, to listening too hard and stuff, you know, so. Aqua Beard. Whoa, Aqua Beard, welcome to the live stream. Do you have our plan on keeping freshwater puffers? Do you have our plan on keeping freshwater puffers? I would have to say no, I do not. But cool channel name, man. Aqua Beard. Let's see here. Ba-boom, boom, ba-boom, boom. I am a bad mod, yeah. Corey's Aquatics is in the house. Hello, hello. What is up, Corey? Nice to see you. It looks like we got 31 here, and we're halfway there. On Wednesday nights, we only go live for an hour. And that's another thing that I could talk about while we're down. Oh, okay. Do you or plan on basically, do I plan on keeping freshwater puffers? I would love to. It's one of those type of things like discus. I love discus. I love puffers. I love cories. Let's see, what else have I thought that I would really love to keep? I just don't have a setup that would work for them. So like in this tank right here, I'm going to get some Neolamprologus multis, and I'm going to do a little shell dweller 20-gallon long. But then on the other side, I'm going to do a crystal shrimp tank, and puffers wouldn't go good with crystal shrimp. And I've got shrimp in a lot of my tanks. And then I'm live bearer and pleco heavy and shrimp heavy in my fish room. So like puffers aren't really working right now. I guess I could do a nano puffer tank, so I could do some of those little puffers. They're awesome though. Yeah, and cories. I guess I could probably do some cories. I could add a few cories into a few tanks here and there probably. Yeah, I love those little puffers though. Let's see here. D from Down the Wormhole is here. What is up, D? Welcome to the live stream. Susie Q says, cories are so adorable. Yes, they are, and they've got tons of different types. I don't know if you guys are subscribed to Jason from Jadron Aquatics, but he had a video this week. I think his were called either orange lasers or red lasers. I never saw those before, and the ones that he got were high quality, and they looked amazing. And I think they were orange laser quarries, I think is what they were. Science Gal Aquatics is here. She says, I have 2 pea puffers. Yeah, that would be cool. Do like a little nano pea puffer tank and like aquascape it and stuff. That would be awesome. Devin Peppers is in the house. What is up, Devin? Welcome to the live stream. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, okay. So what I was going to say was, I'm contemplating on adding another night. I did a poll a couple of live streams ago and asked you guys how many live streams a week you guys would like me to do, and the majority was like 3 days a week. So in order for me to do that, I got to change a lot of stuff. I've got to change like my channel art. I've got to change my description in my YouTube about section. All kinds of different things. Winter and fall is coming up, so activities will be slower for people. So people will be looking for binge watching live streams. So that's a good time for me to possibly add another one. What do you guys that are here right now? We got 33 people watching. What do you guys here right now thinking? I'm thinking like keep my Wednesday and Saturday nights going. Nobody live streams at all on Saturday nights, so I think that helps me a lot. So I'd like to keep my Saturday night. Wednesday night has not been too bad. At first I thought it was going to be like a off night, but it's not been too bad. I'm thinking maybe possibly do it. I'm thinking right now maybe Monday nights and go after Bob. So it would be like 8 o'clock Central Time. Is whenever I would think about going on Monday night. So I would go directly after Bob Steenfott. So what do you guys that are here right now think about that? So it'd be like a Monday night. So my Monday morning videos, I might end up changing those to Tuesday morning. So I would maybe go live Monday night at 8 p.m. do my regular upload that's normally on Mondays, do it on Tuesdays, then go live Wednesday night at normal time, upload on Thursday, I'd be off Friday, and then do my normal live stream on Saturday nights. Mile High Plecos is perplexed at why my low boy is still empty. I'm waiting on a filter to come in, and once that filter comes in, I mean, I've been picking albino babies out of my breeding for profit. I picked out 10 last night. They're getting to where they're wanting out of that breeder box. I think they were spawned on September 1st and then they hatched on September 4th. So today's what, the 26th. So they're like 22 days old. They're eating like crazy. I need to get them in that tank, but I'm waiting on Aqua Clear 50 to come in, and whenever it comes in, I'm gonna get some cycled media and put in it, and put it in my 40-gallon breeder that my L183s are in, and it has Aqua Clear 70 on it, and I'll move that Aqua Clear 70 up here, fill it up, turn the heater on. I got a heater today. I took in 5 rainbow tiger endlers, 5 red bar endlers, and 10 cherry shrimp, and that calculated up to a 200-watt heater. So I got a heater today for the tank. I've got the lights for the tank, the heater for the tank. I've got the wood. I'm going to go bare bottom on it for right now, because all I'm doing in it right now is I'm going to put those 200 baby albino bristlenose in there and start growing them out. And yeah, so that's all I'm waiting on, is that filter to come in. John says, I've only seen orange lasers for like 30 each around here. I think he did pay $35 each, or he mentioned something about them being around $35 each. Susie Q says, love me some Steenfott. Me too. John says, move to Thursdays since Bob quit. Thursdays, then do a longer stream. That would be a thought too. That would definitely be a thought. So then, the only problem with doing Thursdays, so maybe I need to reach out to Bob and say, hey, when you were doing your Thursday, because I could always upload a video on Friday instead of Thursday. So then I could go live Monday, upload Tuesday, off Wednesday, live Thursday, upload Friday, live Saturday. I could do that. Mile High Pleco says, I'll send you some blue eyes if you want them for that tank. I'll tell you what I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to grab some red long fins, because I can't remember if it was on a live stream that you mentioned it. I'm looking for proof, but you said one night, and you'd tipped back a couple too, so who knows if you remember this or not, but you had said something about if I got a red long fin and I got them to spawn, you'd buy all the fry from me. So I'm thinking about maybe in these 10-gallon tanks doing projects like that, like set up small breeding tanks, like just buy a male and a female and just start breeding them. Real thing for you fish tank says, I agree with Thursdays. The only other thing is Michael's Fish Room has been going live on Thursdays. So he's Eastern time as well, and I think he always goes live at 7. So we'll have to get that figured out. Yeah, Candy's laughing at what I said about Michael. Monday sound good. Yeah, I'll probably add Monday on there. Yeah, Charlie votes Thursdays as well. I remember at the very beginning when Bob stopped doing Thursdays, Charlie had reached out to me and said that, we were really lacking. And since then, Michael's Fish Room has been going just about every Thursday for the last month or so. And I think it's 7 o'clock my time when he goes live. I think. I can't remember. So, Mr. B's Fishing Thing says it's 9:30 here. Yep. Oh, it's 9:30 there? Oh, you're in Canada. I'm like, what? So, in Canada right now, it's 9:30. Good grief. That is late. I bet you're getting sleepy, Brandon. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, Raf Cabrera is here. What is up, Raf? Nice to see ya. Brandon and Raf snuck in here. Let's see if I missed anybody else. Oh, Raf has a question. How many days for the Pleco garden a cave and be able to remove eggs and hatch in a breeder box? My Plecos are at it again. So, whenever they're guarding a cave, that just means that the male is starting to, he's kind of in the mood. But it depends on if the female goes in that cave and he traps her in there or not. Like, my son's albino bristlenose, he guards a cave all the time, and he's fanning like all the time, and you go and you look and there's no eggs in there, and it's like, what are you doing? I mean, just a few weeks ago, whenever I did this video that you guys got to see this week, so the spawning my Plecos in 48 hours video, he had been guarding a cave and fanning it for like a week and a half in my son's 20-gallon in there. No eggs. So he was definitely in the mood. And whenever I put him in here, he started guarding this cave immediately. He went right to that cave and just started fanning on it, acting like a cuckoo. So males will cave up, and that doesn't really mean that it's going to happen yet. But after they get the female trapped in there and she deposits the eggs, and he give them enough time for him to fertilize the eggs, I usually wait until the next day. So like if I notice before I go to bed that there's eggs in there, I wait until the next day. But you've got to do it before 4 days if you're going to scrape the eggs out, because on the 4th day they hatch and they're a lot harder to get out. I have took wigglers out before, and they're not that bad if their egg sacs are off. If their egg sacs are on, it's hard because those egg sacs are still sticky and it's hard to get them out. So you almost have to wait until they're free swimming wigglers, And then it's hard to get the male out of there because he knows there's wigglers in there and he doesn't want to let go. So he gets his barbs kind of pinned in there and he doesn't want to let go at all. So, but yeah, just keep your eye on them. Check every night before you go to bed, Raph, to see if there's any eggs. The day that you notice the eggs, wait until the next morning. That way you're for sure letting him fertilize the eggs, you know. And then pull them out the next day. Pull them before it's 4 days old for sure. And, you know, just tip it up and kind of hold it up to the light. And I use a butter knife is what I use. And I just stick it in there and just start delicately scraping underneath them. And then the egg sac will fall down to the bottom. And then once it does that, kind of dip it down in the breeder box and get some water in there. And usually it plops right out. Sometimes they're pretty sticky. Like that one that had like around 200 eggs, it was really sticky. There was a lot of glue on that sack. It was crazy. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Dank is in the house. What is up, Dank? Welcome to the live stream, buddy. You must be off work. Howie9 says, could you use transparency film and have them spawn on the film and remove the film? I don't know that I would do that, because transparency film might allow stuff to get on the back side of it. And the whole reason why the male is in there to fan is to keep stuff away from the eggs and to keep them from getting any kind of a fungus. And I would think that if you would add like a film in there, that stuff could get trapped behind that film and it could maybe cause a fungus to start. But I don't know. I don't know that I would mess around with that. Raph Cabrera says, I saw your Pleco video and it was great. Yeah, it was a little long. And when I was in the editing process of that video, I could have made that thing way over an hour. I think I had like an hour and 15 minutes of footage. And I kept on trying to cut it down and trying to cut it down. But as I read in the comments the other day, you guys were glad that I kept them in there, because there was one comment I made where I was like, don't make me use my bristles on you. Get back in the cave. You know, I was being goofy. Like I was sleep deprived. I had been watching Plecos for a whole 24 hours pretty much. And then there was this other time I was ad-libbing like, you're a longfin. Mom always told me to stay away from your type or something like that. And people were laughing in the comments at it. But every time I tried to edit something down, I was like, wow, this is kind of interesting. I mean, it was cool. I had a lot of fun with it. Whoa, demonetized. Okay. Fungus among us. Yeah, there's a fungus among us. I got about 15 baby plecos from my first spawn. I'm getting ready to move them to a 10-gallon tank this weekend. Cool. Yeah, my youngest one, the first time she spawned, it was small ones like that. And then for a long time, she did like 30 to 40. And now she'll do like a 50 egg spawn just about every time. But these females that spawned in this video that I was talking about, I still don't know if it was two females, you know. It could have been the long fin and the short fin, both, and that's why there was such a big spawn. But usually their first spawn is smaller. Pet Sodix is in the house. What is up, Pet Sodix? Nice to see you. Welcome to the live stream. We can go ahead and talk about upcoming videos. I talked about tomorrow. It's a plant, top 5 favorite plant for live bearers. That's what tomorrow's video is. So tomorrow's Thursday. So Monday's video is all of my shrimp in the fish room. I hadn't made a shrimp video in a long time, and every once in a while people was reaching out to me, what all kinds of colors of shrimp do you have, and what kind of shrimp do you have? And since in the next month or two I'm going to be going into some Caridina species of shrimp, I thought I would make a video on just all of my shrimp in the fish room. So that's what Monday's video is. And then next Thursday's video is my top 5 favorite foods for live bearers. that video ended up being pretty good. So I like that one. So got a plant video, a shrimp video, and a top 5 live bear foods video coming up. And yeah, we're already into October. I can't believe this is the last week of September. But anyhow, Romaine Paul is in the house, and he says, with my mail, cough, 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 cough. So we're at the bottom of the chat. We got 32 watching. We'll go for another 15 minutes. Dan's Fish goes live right after me on Wednesday nights, so we'll have to all go over and bum rush him. John Bedker says, auction 2 weeks from Saturday. Yep, definitely. I'm going to be going to that. Help me remember, though, John, because I definitely want to go to that, because now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 empty tanks, so that's that. So I can do some fish auctions. What else? Oh, I also still can go over to the Firehouse fish store that I got the brag tank from. I can get a hold of him in October and do a fish room tour. Those videos did really good this summer, so I got that one. And then the one over in Davenport, Aquatic Environments, he said that I could come back and do a fish room tour video there. So I've got those 2 coming up. Let's see what else. In November, at the beginning of November, there's a meet and greet, meetup type thing with Sergeant Tank Pets and Turbo Fish and some other YouTubers. We're going to do that in Northern Illinois. That'll be coming up the first weekend in November. So I'm sure there'll be some videos come out of that, because we're going to do some shop hops while we're over there. And that's going to be some fun. And everybody's pretty much okay to go to that. To find out the details on that, you got to go to Sergeant Tank Pets Facebook page. And it's in the event section, and it will tell all the details. But basically, we're all going to go over there. It's west of Chicago somewhere in Northern Illinois, and we're going to do a meetup, have a bunch of food and everything, and then we're all going to just go to a bunch of aquarium stores. Let's see here. Friday Fish Fact says, I haven't had great success with Caridina, but they're so beautiful. Somebody had mentioned in my live stream last week that they use tap water, and I'd always thought that you had to use RO water, and I've done some checking around, and if you can get your water parameters right, you don't really have to use RO. And I actually brought it up on Joel's live stream the other night. Can't remember what night it was, maybe Monday night, somewhere around in there, because he's kept crystals a lot in the past, so he's well versed at them. And he said he doesn't go the RO route. His water is soft enough, and he was able to get his parameters right with tap water. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to set this tank up with tap water and cycle it and try to get my parameters right for the shrimp. And if I can, then I'll use tap water. If I can't, then I'll start doing some RODI water. So that's what I'm thinking there. Gone Mad says Hoffman Estates, Illinois is where the meetup is going to be. So it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. No, I don't, Mike. Mike says I have a big booger hanging out of my nose. I don't think so. Let's see here. Auctions are like Christmas. Yep. LOL. Hi, Petsonic. Okay, so we're at the bottom of the chat. I'm at the bottom of the chat again. We've got 33. I bet we got a bunch of lurkers tonight. So anybody that's lurking, we got a little over 10 minutes left. Let's pop out some questions here. Shoot away. I'll spend the last 10 minutes because, you know, it is a Q&A live stream. So let's do some Q&A for the last 10 minutes here and see what you guys can come up with. Pam from 54 Punchy is here. What is up, Pam? Nice to see you. John Bedker says, haven't seen many shrimp at the last couple auctions. If you have enough to sell, you could get dollars for them. Okay, that's a great idea because I have tons and tons and tons of reds. The only thing is, John, wouldn't I have to get a hold of them and like do a booth or something like that? Probably. I see your comments, Mike. I am your worst nightmare, buddy. At least I don't go on Instagram and show my boobs like someone else that I know. M Howie 9 says, would you ever do saltwater? I would love to, but I don't see it in my near future. But I would love to. I really would love to do. This is what I would like to do. I would like to do a display tank. So even if that's like a 60-gallon cube or something like that, you know, with some live reef stuff going on. But I would definitely like. It's took me. I've been keeping neocaridina shrimp for a year, and it's took me a year to get up enough gumption to start with some caridina. So that's. I wanted to get really good because all I've heard in the hobby since I've been keeping shrimp is the caridina species are a little bit pickier, you know, and I've not mastered neocaridina by no means, but I'm really good at keeping them healthy. My death rate right now on the neocaridina shrimp is really, really low. I don't hardly ever find any death. Knock on wood. That's not saying that I'm perfect and I'm the boss and all that kind of stuff. But I've got a really good, I got it down pat with the neocaridina shrimp. You know, and it's basically keep the water parameters, you know, pretty secure and straight. But I'm not going to start off with salt water for quite a while. I don't see it in my near future, I guess is how I should answer that. Joel says, what kind of beard shampoo do you use? Mountaineer, let's see, I just got an email from them today, so it will help me if I just look at the email. It's Mountain something. Oh boy. Where did it, okay, yeah, they changed my mail icon. Mountaineer brand. And I use a shampoo and a conditioner, and I only use it once a week. So like daily, whenever I shower, I rinse really, really good with hot water. So I'm washing my beard without any kind of soap, and what that does is that keeps your natural beard oils intact, because otherwise if you strip it every day with shampoo, it makes your beard real hard and crunchy. My beard is really, really soft. So Mountaineer brand. Valley Fish is in the house. What is up, Jeff? Nice to see you, buddy. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, daily I put coconut oil on my beard, though. So, like, after I get out of the shower, I have a blow dryer that has a comb on it. It's a Conair blow dryer that has like a comb on it, and I blow dry my hair my beard completely dry, and then I put coconut oil on my fingers and rub it all in really good, and then I go back over it with the blow dryer again, and it heats it up and soaks it into my beard really good, and then I comb it out really good, and then I also brush it out. I've got a beard brush and comb. It's a job to keep your beard looking good and healthy and soft. Boom, 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 boom. 54 Punchy says, I got a new aquatic critter Friday fish facts. I know what it is. I saw it on either Instagram or Facebook. It is a white, I don't know that it's albino, but it's an axolotl, and it's really cool. Congratulations, they're awesome. John Bedker says, nope, just pre-register, then they give you stickers for your bags. They keep first dollar, then 20%, and they'll send you a check, usually about 1 week later. Awesome. So I need to do that. Whatever, Mike. Whatever, buddy. You didn't lose respect for me. Yeah. Candy says, not the rancid coconut oil. It wasn't rancid, so I don't know. I don't know. I must have got something stinky. Maybe it was something I ate that day or something in my beard. Corvus says, why do I get Facebook ads before a YouTube video? Weird. Weird. Punchy says, dang it, Jeffro, I was saving that for my video. Oh, no. Are you serious? I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Pam. Oh, sorry about that. Joel says, do you feel the tariff situation will affect the aquarium hobby significantly? I don't even know what the tariff situation is, dude. Maybe the tariffs on shipping from overseas. I'm assuming that probably could make stuff go up in our hobby for sure. Boom, boom. Joel says, if a shortstop gets too old, should he retire or go to second base? Second base is kind of tough too, though. I think that they should go to first base. First base is slow. Gotta bounce. See y'all later. Sounds good, Dan. Am I... And I really do apologize, Pam. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. I thought since it was out there on Facebook that it was okay. I'm so sorry. Ay, ay, ay. I was thinking that I was buffering. I feel really bad, Pam. I'm not very good at keeping secrets either. But, like, I can't hardly stand not to talk about the stuff. Like, right now, I've got upcoming videos in the background. Now, it won't show very well. You know what I mean? So, like, whenever I get my stock for these tanks, like, right now, I could stay covered or whatever. But, yeah, it's like, I know what you mean about surprises. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody saying bye, Dan. Helps breeders. Tariffs are hurting farmers. On long passing downs, should we run the dime defense? I would say probably rush the quarterback. Rush the quarterback every down. And don't land on him because they'll call a personal foul. Even if it's close to not landing on him. Oh. All right, so we got about 3 minutes left. Probably got time for one more. Pam with the $5 super chat. You're okay, Jeffro. He is so cute and interactive. I had to share on Facebook. He is nice. And those things, like, I believe in the wild are completely extinct, if I remember right, because Turtle Girl did a video spotlight on Bob Steenfott's channel a while back, and she was telling the whole story, and it was really interesting. Is karate... Thanks for the super chat, Pam. I appreciate it. Is karate superior to judo? I don't know. You know what? You know that fact. You know that fact. Poopy Butt. Jadron Aquatic says, what's up? Oh, what is up, Jason? Nice to see you, buddy. That is it, guys. So we got about another minute and a half. Now that Jason is here, if anybody is pretty good at photography, taking pictures of their fishes and stuff like that, Jason is making a push right now to do his 2019 calendar, and I think he's got limited spots left. So if you guys are pretty good, it has to be a high quality photo, pretty good at taking pictures, head on over to his YouTube channel, and he has his email address there and everything, and you guys can send in a photo and it might make his 2019 calendar. It's pretty cool. I keep a fish calendar in my room, and I'm going to buy one for sure. Okay, so don't forget to check out tomorrow's video, my top 5 plans for live bearers. And then other than that, we'll see you guys back here Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of the week. I know I'm looking forward to the weekend. Got some fun stuff coming up this weekend. And yeah, don't forget, Dan's Fish is going live right after me. So if you guys want to all go hang out over there, I'm going to go hit the bathroom real quick. But everybody go over and tell him Jeffroz sent you. That helps me out. No, it doesn't. But he's a cool guy. Dan's Fish is awesome. He has a really good live stream. And I mean, anything you need to know, he knows his stuff. So let's all head over there and have some fun. Continue this on. And other than that, we'll see you guys Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Peace out, y'all. Peace. Let me find this stop thing.